Hello everyone, I'm Noivela and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing that the new Zeqa update came out, if you couldn't tell by the new map. And it is awful. Quite frankly, the whole server is a mess right now. It's laggy, it's glitchy, the anti-cheat does not like certain things. In general, it's not very good. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about all of the problems I have found already, and just how bad the update truly is. So let's go ahead and get into it, because my concerns in my other video about the update were very valid to have. So, for starters, there is a ton of lag, and this could just be a failed stress testing of the update before it came out, but it is horrible with how bad the lag is, and it's constant ping issues upon ping issues, and it's not just from my end, it is server side, because as you can see, I have good ping. It's not as bad as it could be, but it isn't great either. And it's just generally the current menus are slow to open and glitchy when you try to open them. The general server just feels wrong and weird. And the people on it are a lot more laggy because a lot of the Mineville people are playing on it, which the Mineville people were already pretty laggy because Mineville was laggy and was not a great server. So now it has become lag Zeqa, and it's just not fun at all to deal with. Now, the other thing I have noticed is that there is a lot of glitching going on. So one of the biggest ones that I have found is actually the grass, as you can see right here. If you try to walk over any amount of grass, at least in the Skywars FFA, then it will just get you stuck in it. You cannot walk on grass at all. And I found out really good right here, where I was getting literally stuck in the grass. And this was just a problem, because if you're fighting, then you're not avoiding all the grass, and then you're getting stuck, and it's just not fun at all. This is probably the worst bug because it's just so prominent right now, and it causes so many screen glitches and other things while you're fighting. As you can see, it just happened to me during this fight, which is a bit of a problem. In general though, it isn't too terrible. For some reason, when I tried to play, the entire Sumo FFA was completely offline, so another bug potentially. But yeah, so it wasn't great earlier whenever the map changes, because for some reason they added in the randomized map changing during FFA. And earlier, whenever it changed, my entire game bugged out, and I almost nether screamed, which doesn't even happen to me. I got stuck in the endless void for 5 minutes straight, and then when I finally spawned in, I spawned in on top of other people and almost instantly died, which I did not get a clip of, but it happened to me earlier. So anytime that the Skywars FFA map randomizes, it just glitches out so bad. And I think that the whole concept of a randomized FFA just doesn't really work, because it interrupts fights, it interrupts everything. But otherwise, there's a lot of just bugs and everything. And a lot of this will probably be resolved with the coming updates that are hotfixes. But to launch in a state where you can't even walk half the time because the map destroys your ability to walk is really sad, especially for what seems to be a proper company running the server now, being in PvP and wanting to bring the best experience for PvP. This is not it at all. Now, of course, there is some good that came out of the update. I do like the new UI system to some degree. I don't like it when game selecting, but I do like how there's no scoreboard taking up the whole screen anymore. And I do like that it's more compact in that regard. But I do not at all enjoy the game select options, because it's the whole scroll menu takes forever and is really glitchy to scroll through, at least on my end. And so I'm not a fan of that, but the general concept of the UI changes is very cool, and I'm very happy that they are doing some changes in that regard, or at least trying to go in the right direction in that regard. Now, again, another thing that's really cool, this map is amazing. I love the maps. They are very cool. I don't like how big the Skywars FFA map is, because it makes it like runner central and impossible to find people. You waste half of your blocks just trying to find people before you even get anywhere. But generally speaking, it is a pretty map. It is built well, it's just very large, which is unfortunate. On top of just all of the issues and the generally messy release, the entire server has had a lot of backlash from the community. Multiple people saying the whole server is ruined, that everything is just a mess, that it's like no longer Zeqa, it's just another cash grab, Mineville ripoff, all kinds of things regarding that. And this has become like just kind of what people are saying. So in general, the server is losing a lot of its current reputation, but that could be rebuilt over time as the server kind of returns to hopefully a better state. But yeah, so currently the reputation of the server is also definitely hurting, which it already was when the pizzas guy purchased out the server, but it became even worse when when they merged the two servers. That's really all that I have to talk about today. So in my opinion, Zeqa is kind of a mess right now. It is definitely not the state that it should have been released in, and it feels like they didn't even really bug test a lot of the issues, and that they didn't really do any stress testing. So unfortunately, that is just kind of what comes with a bigger server, especially ones that are after money, which we already knew Mineville was. So it's unfortunate, but that is kind of just the way it is gonna be, I think. But yeah, so that is all that I really have to say today. So I appreciate you all watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.